Dead Famous is a series telling amazing stories, celebrating the lives of the famous, the not so famous and the downright infamous. With their final resting places in Metropolitan Memorial Parks, these people represent what it is to be an Australian.
Well, I had a push bike once. Did I push it anywhere? I did not. I towed it on the backs of all the trams.
In the 40s and 50s, Sydney taxi drivers lived in constant fear of a middle-aged woman wearing a sun visor, tennis shoes and a scruffy overcoat with a vocabulary that could make a sailor blush. She might jump into their cab, demand to be taken somewhere and then refuse to pay, abusing them and even wrenching the car door off its hinges. Just a couple of true stories of one of Sydney's greatest eccentrics, Beatrice Miles.
She was a writer, a performer, a traveller, social critic.
Born into a wealthy family, Beatrice Miles was academically gifted, but a serious illness changed her life forever.
It soon became apparent that she had been infected by a virus, and the name of the virus was encephalitis lethargica. It was a pandemic, but it did leave her with lifelong side effects. And some of those side effects included a lack of inhibition, a restlessness, a need for movement all the time.
Bea was committed as an involuntary patient in a mental hospital for 3.5 years, which only made her more determined to live her life her way.
So she was continually resisting authority, continually resisting attempts to curtail what she felt was her personal freedom.
Bea drifted into homelessness, in and out of jail. She earned a modest income reciting Shakespeare for money.
I used to carry a placard on which was written, Shakespeare, poetry and prose recited.
What made Beatrice Miles truly famous was her interactions with Sydney taxi drivers.
She had this theory that if she got into a cab and she didn't tell the driver where she wanted to go, she didn't have to pay the fare, and they did not want her in their cab.
A lifelong atheist, ironically, Beatrice Miles spent her last years living in a convent with nuns.
So she spent the last few months of her life arranging her funeral, and it was a flamboyant affair. It was a performance. So she arranged for a jazz band to be performing on the lawn of the crematorium. If I had to sum Beatrice Miles up in a few words, I would say that she was an intelligent, strong-willed, contrary, frustrating, funny and brave woman.